Okay, so found a nice little timetabled train journey that you all may have already found yourself, but I haven't seen it online yet anywhere really, but I thought I'd share it with you anyway because it's quite an interesting journey. So it's the West Coast Mainline route timetable, and we're going to drive the 350 and we're going to kind of race or chase the 390, and the timetabled journey is this one. It's called 2T17 London to Euston Tring 822. So let's get started. Yeah, so I just ended up playing this particular one randomly the other day and found that you're virtually racing 390 all the way up to about Watford Junction. So we need to get everything set up as quickly as we can so that we can leave at the same time. I think that's everything. What's that one? Yep. So let's get in the chair. Let's get our master key in. Let's get the doors open. Let's get this in the forward position. We need our lights, don't we? And our daylights. Okay, so load passengers. Wait until 8:24. So I think that's the Pendolino that leaves at the same time as us over there. If not, it's on the platform on the other side of it, and then what happens is it kind of, I think, passes under from the right side to our left side by going underneath us. So I've been playing this game since August, so I'm really new to this, so I'm still learning. It's amazing how this game teaches you a lot about the railway system, really. So we're just a few seconds away. Okay, so let's go. So what I'm going to try and do, because I have attempted to record this before, but through my excitement I've ended up speeding through the speed limits, and I want to try and keep it as realistic as possible, really. So we'll try again. I'm not used to streaming either. This is one of the first times I've tried streaming, so I'm quite new to this as well. So there's the Pendolino there on our right at the moment, which is making progress. So once we get going, when we reach our top speeds, I'll try and do some outdoor shots. But I need to be careful on this section because speed limit drops down to goes up to 50 and then drops down to 40, and we go downhill slightly. So I can hear the Pendolino now going over to our left. So this goes up to Tring. Which we'll complete the whole journey if we can manage to do that without spoiling it. But at Watford we have to stop, and that's where we kind of say goodbye to the Pendolino at that point. There it is again on our left. So we've got 13 miles to Watford, and for most of the journey both trains kind of journey together. But at this point of the journey I end up picking up more speed much more quickly than the Pendolino. So we end up being ahead of it for some time to begin with. So there it is on the left. Yeah, so the Pendolino is a bit sluggish on takeoff, but after all it is carrying a lot more than what we are. Wow. So I'm assuming you need to have the Pendolino. I mean, that is just AI traffic. I don't think it's timetabled anywhere. I did try looking for it. There she goes. How are we doing? Yeah, so I think we might be gaining on us slightly, because I think they've got a speed limit of 125 now. And our speed limit pops up to 90 soon. Oh, it's creeping up alongside me. Wow. Well, I think she's starting to fall back a bit. Need to try and concentrate on my speed limits. Is that a 350 coming back the other way? Right, we can pump it up. Right, so Pendolino has dropped quite far back now. But we need to take our speed limit down to 75 soon. Really want to try and avoid speeding. Just got it down. Right, so we can try and pick up speed again now. But don't worry, that isn't the last we've seen of the Pendolino in this journey. We will pick up some speed again shortly. Yeah, so I was thinking of saying, I imagine you must have to have the add-on Pendolino for it to appear as either AI traffic or obviously for timetabled anyway. But maybe someone can confirm otherwise. We've got 7 miles to Watford. Yeah, so it's amazing what these units can do in terms of their speed. This has a top speed of 110, I think. Yeah, it says it there. See the back of 390 there. Pushing this to its limits. Tube on the left. Now the other day when I played this, I timed it just right so that all of us were coming through the station at the same time, but unfortunately I'm lacking behind slightly on this occasion. But if you time it right, you can come through that station together. Sure, I'm starting to make some progress, but I've got to drop speed again shortly to 90. Four miles to Watford. So although I'm making reasonably good progress here on catching up, I am going to have to drop speed in a moment. And our next speed limit is 80, so I've got to drop again shortly. So I've had to drop again now, so I'm going to lose. So we're not gonna. It looks like they're gonna make it to Watford before us. But if you're really, really good, and maybe if you break the speed limit, I'm not sure, but you can get there just before. I think I'm just being very cautious on this take because I kept speeding on the previous one. Yeah, we're catching up. They've obviously got a speed limit. Oh, they're really slowing down. Yeah. I think they have to stop just outside Watford. I don't think they've actually got a station stop. I'm going to have to really brake here myself. I don't know whether I'm going to make the stop in time, because that was quite a severe break in there. Right, just do it. And I think I can hear the Pendolino on my left. That's the 350. So there we go. There's the Pendolino. I think the Pendolino might be waiting out there. I'm not quite sure. I didn't see her go past. Why am I in there? Yeah, she's still waiting just over there, I think. Yeah, she's just coming through now. Here it comes. So that's it. We don't really get the chance to catch up with her again, because from here onwards, Pendolino speed I think is 125 straight through. So that doesn't really give us much hope. Well, we might just catch it up a little bit now. So I think our next stop is Hemel Hempstead, and then it's Tring. So we got 6 miles. So I'm mainly a BR Blue fan. So when I first came to this game and discovered the Blackpool branches, I was really enjoyed that line, especially after buying the Tees Valley and Trans-Pennine routes, which has locos which then help populate or layer onto just got a speed limit coming up. Layer onto the Blackpool branches line, giving you other opportunities to ride other BR Blue locos. And one of them being the Class 101. Which is probably one of the most difficult locos to drive, because you have to not only operate the throttle and the brakes separately, but also the gears too. But despite that, it's really nice to drive, and it's amazing how much power it's got. The trickiest thing with it really is not so much starting off and getting going, it's kind of getting the stopping distances right. And if you start panicking, I just end up pressing all kinds of things and overshooting the station or wherever. So I'm trying to get plenty of practice in with it though, because I know that that's going to be included on the new route by Just Trains, which is the Preston to Carlisle route. I'm really looking forward to that, and all the add-ons from Trans-Pennine and Tees Valley will layer onto that route as well, which will make it really interesting. So I picked up this information from one of the well-known YouTubers, Tintin. He's really nice to listen to. He's a big BR fan. One of my other favourite streamers is, I think it's called Dad's Rail. Who, incidentally, is a real train driver, so that's really interesting to watch somebody who is a real train driver playing Train Sim World. What's mad though is how can he after a day's work of driving a train and then coming back and then, you know, driving this as well. It just sounds a bit mad, doesn't it? But in fact, he drives Class 66 that just went past us. That's what he drives freight now. I think he may have used to have done passenger. I'm not a real big fan of the Class 66, if I'm honest, though. In any shape or form, really. Don't really enjoy driving it neither. I much prefer the older BR Blue locos. My favourite loco being the Class 37. Class 40 is nice too. So, are we nearly there? Ooh. Come on, stop. Overshot there. I normally use the track marker, but I'd been playing on the Bakerloo line, and I find that more of a hindrance on the underground than a help. But it's good to try and learn to be more accurate with my stops without having the aid of the stop marker. So I think we've only got one more stop now, which is Tring. What have we got coming in there? Is that 390? Yeah. Cool. Oh, we got a 350 coming in. So, I think we've got clearance now. So we've got another 7 miles. I'm quite enjoying this route though. I mean, Train Sim World is new to me as a whole anyway, so but I know the more advanced players have voiced some criticisms, particularly about the length of the line, stopping at Milton Keynes, and I can understand why, you know, those criticisms are made, because the more advanced you become at something, the more hungry you are for more, you know. My only criticism really with this route is I think they should have included the rest of the underground really, but it is what it is. But I ended up buying it as an add-on anyway, but it's a bit disappointing that it's not fully integrated with this route. So need to make sure I get my stopping distance correct on this stop, because there is a red light right at the end of the platform. Is this a free? There we go. Now that's not the one that obviously passed us earlier that we were chasing. Lovely. I mean, it's so easy to make a mistake with the speed limits, because I'm always in awe of oh look, see what I've done. I've broken the speed limit. I knew I'd end up doing it. Oh dear. Oh well, it's not real life. Thankfully. But as I was just saying, easily get distracted. By the visuals, you know, the other traffic. Quite disappointed about that, because I'd done well up until there. So we're about to hit a yellow light here, aren't we? So let's obey the signal and take her down. So that red signal in the top right hand corner there is signal which is at the end of the platform, if I remember correctly. Some of the other routes I've enjoyed playing on this with the 390 is that some of the late evening timetabled 390, there seems to be quite a few speed restrictions, quite a few yellow lights along the route, which makes it more enjoyable because you're having to concentrate, and so I think those journeys end up taking about 40-45 minutes, where normally the Pendolino usually jumps through. In fact, this red light is not at the station because we've got a mile to go yet. In theory, I should be able to see it, should I? I think I can just see it up there. Wait, it's gone to yellow. They're very difficult to see. So we're veering off to the right here. yeah, so it's nice speeding right through from Euston all on green to Milton Keynes. It's quite therapeutic, but the ones with all the speed restrictions in the evening make it a more interesting game. I think the general rule is hit a station at around 25, no more than 30 really. Oh, I'm not going to make it in time. Am I? Oh, just made it. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I wouldn't say that's not even a near as bad, is it? Anyway, let's let the passengers off. They might have had a bit of a jolt as I was making that stop there. I think that's the end. Yeah, that brings us to an end. Just lock the doors. Yeah, I seem to have this problem the other day. I locked the doors, but it's still telling me to lock the doors. So if I unlock the doors again and then lock them again, and hopefully that must be a little bit of a glitch, or I must have... Good God, everything's going off here. Still not registered it, has it? Ah, there we go. We're done. Yes, so there we go. So I was on time for my stations, just for that little error towards the end there, which I'm gutted about. But hey ho, I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, it's there in the timetable if you fancy chasing or racing along with that 390. It's the 822 from Euston in the 350. So I hoped you enjoyed watching the stream. I may do some more in the future. I don't know, but it was fun having a go anyway. So anyway, safe journey, take care, see you again. Bye for now.